Hello everyone, this is Rishabh Singh. I'm a legal intern at Lexis and Company. Today I'm going to talk about the act of God. The term act of God literally means any situation which is out of human control, like natural disasters including tornado, floods, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, tidal wave, and etc. It is a natural catastrophe which no one can prevent. It is based on the principle vis major, which means a loss that results immediately from a natural cause without the intervention of man and could not have been prevented by the exercise of prudence or diligence and care. It is an uncommon and extraordinary manifestation of nature and cannot be prevented by human foresight and care. The events out of human control create destruction and wreck in lives of people. Many people die and lose their homes and livelihood because of natural disasters. So many business transactions get on hold, and then the question arises: who is liable for all those loss? Who will be responsible for compensation and incomplete business transaction? Who will identify the person from the loss? So the term act of God is frequently used in various business transactions under contract and torts. Both national and international laws have provisions to this. The answer to the questions are based on the principle of force majeure, which means superior force. It is a clause in legal contracts which removes the liability for natural and unavoidable catastrophes that interrupt the expected course of events and prevents participants from fulfilling obligations. Many companies include the clause of act of God as an excuse for not indemnifying and completing the liability. According to the law of torts, the act of God is used as a general defense by the parties, and according to it, the parties are not held liable as the act was not done intentionally or negligently. The act of God, according to American law, also saves the party from being liable for the loss. There are many cases related to this act of God concept, and where one of those is Nicholas versus marshland. In this case, the defendant has a number of artificial lakes on his land. Extraordinary rain, such as which has never been witnessed in living memory, caused by the banks of lakes to burst, and the escaping water carried away four bridges along with the belonging to the plaintiff. It was held in this case that the plaintiff's bridges were swept by an act of God, and the defendant was not liable. The second case is Ramalinga Nadar versus Narayana Redlar. In this case, it was held that the plaintiff had booked goods with the defendant for transportation. The goods are looted by a mob, the prevention of which was beyond control of the defendant. It was held that an event beyond control of the defendant cannot be said act of God. It was held that the destructive acts of an unruly mob cannot be considered as an act of God. So this concept of the act of God is rarely used, and many insurance companies having other businesses use it as an excuse for not being liable for the loss. Although the concept is used well when it is proven that the event occurred, had the potential for causing extensive personal injury and property damage. So this was all about the topic. Thank you so much.